What's that? Unsealed court documents reveal for the first time the story of a 17-year-old girl who testified that she had with Matt Gaetz for money. She was living in and out of homeless shelters. She was working at McDonald's. She had just finished her junior year in high school. She wanted extra money to try and save up to pay for braces to fix her teeth. So she took money for sex from that guy, according to her. This guy who did that. Hey, remember when Donald Trump wanted to make him the Attorney General? Do you remember when that happened? Speaking of Donald Trump, how about those Epstein emails, huh? Here's one where Jeffrey Epstein was offering a reporter photos of Donald Trump with very young girls in bikinis in his kitchen. Oh, and remember recently, Ghislaine Maxwell testified that Trump had never been over to the house, but here she is saying that he's the dog that hasn't barked and that he had spent hours at my house with her, with one of the victims, that he spent hours at the house with her, Donald Trump. And then there's this correspondence with Jeffrey Epstein where he's talking about Thanksgiving and someone asks, who's down there with you? And he says, Donald Trump. Here's the thing. That email was sent in 2017. So that was after he had been elected president. He claimed that the Thanksgiving after he became president, he spent with him. You know, the guy who Donald Trump had kicked out of Mar-a-Lago and didn't have anything to do with anymore. That's weird. People who I have nothing to do with, I don't generally spend Thanksgiving with them. Those emails showed us other things too. Like Peter Thiel saying, that was fun, see you in 3 weeks, in an email to Jeffrey Epstein. You know, Peter Thiel, who's like the mentor to J.D. Vance. Also, Deepak Chopra was in there. The guy who worked as treasurer for Clinton was in there. All kinds of people. And to that, I will say what I've said before, as far as like when someone's like, well, yeah, but what about Clinton and what about... Yeah, guillotines don't care what your political affiliation is. They just chop heads off. All that, we haven't even gotten the files yet. The files they've been real worried about getting out there. The ones they don't want to release. So if we're getting that just from the emails from his estate, what's in these? Looking forward to finding out.